What if victory doesn't come from fighting harder, begging, or proving yourself, but from leaving the game entirely? That's the paradox most men fail to grasp. When she withdraws, becomes distant, or acts hot and cold, your instinct is to chase, fix, or plead. But that's the trap. She wants your emotional reaction, because the more you react, the more power she holds. The moment you ask why, you've already lost. Overanalyzing texts, stalking her socials, or dissecting her behavior. That's not control. It's surrender. You're not the player. You're the puppet. This isn't just about heartbreak. It's about reclaiming your masculine frame. She won't regret leaving the man who cried, begged, or overexplained. She'll regret the one who didn't flinch, the one who vanished, stayed silent, leveled up, and never looked back. That man lingers in her mind. This isn't for the weak. It's for the man who's done being a victim, who's ready to embrace stoicism, emotional mastery, and unshakable detachment. If you want her to feel the loss, stop playing the game. Stop giving her the reaction she's baiting. Your indifference becomes your dominance. 1. Silence is your weapon. When she pulls away, delays replies, leaves you on read, your instinct is to demand answers. But here's the truth. The second you react emotionally, she knows she controls you. Silence isn't weakness. It's dominance. When you say nothing, she hears everything. She'll wonder, did she push too far? Is he done? Is he moving on? Most men overshare, begging for attention from someone who doesn't deserve it. But the man who stays silent, he's rare. He's dangerous. He's unforgettable. Your absence speaks louder than your words ever could. 2. Stop being her entertainment. Notice how she drifts away just as you show real interest? That's no accident. She wants you chasing, not because she wants you, but because she craves the power of being pursued. You become her emotional amusement park. She pulls the strings, and you jump. But attention is a reward, not a right. Every text, every checking in message tells her you still think she's the prize. When you withdraw your attention, the game ends. Suddenly, she's no longer the director. You've walked off set. Now, the silence forces her to confront the truth. The spotlight she loved was yours all along. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about refusing to be manipulated. Reclaim your time, energy, and self-respect. Let her chase the ghost of the man she took for granted. 3. Attraction isn't earned. It's preserved. In the beginning, she was all in. Calls, compliments, late-night texts, the whole fantasy. You mistook her initial intensity for genuine interest, so you gave more. More time, more attention, more of yourself. But here's the brutal truth. Attraction doesn't fade from lack of effort. It dies from overinvestment in someone who hasn't earned it. She didn't lose interest because you lacked value. She lost interest because you made her the center of your world. And dependence is the opposite of attraction. Real desire thrives on tension, space, and mystery. When you over-pursue, you kill the dynamic. You go from challenge to charity. And once she feels she's already won you over, the game is over. She doesn't want a man desperate for her validation. She wants a man who chooses himself first. Detachment isn't cruelty, it's clarity. By withdrawing your energy not out of spite, but self-respect, you collapse the pedestal. Suddenly, she's the one wondering, why did he stop chasing? Who has his attention now? Your attention is currency. Stop handing it to someone who treats it like spare change. 4. Mystery is power. Become unreadable. She can't stop thinking about the man she can't figure out. The one who doesn't explain himself, overshare, or beg for her attention. The one who leaves gaps for her imagination to fill. Most men mistake transparency for strength, but overexposure kills attraction. When she knows your every thought, plan, and insecurity, there's no tension left. And without tension, there's no pull. Predictability is boring. But when you're unreadable, when your actions defy her expectations, she starts obsessing. Is he indifferent? Is he focused on something bigger? The Stoic man doesn't announce his silence. He lives with quiet intention, letting his restraint burn in her mind longer than any text ever could. 5. Kill the fantasy. See her for who she really is. She wasn't your soulmate. She wasn't different. That was your mind projecting hope onto reality. Heartbreak doesn't hurt because of who she is. It hurts because of who you imagined she could be. The truth? She played games. She pulled you in, then withdrew. She fed you breadcrumbs and watched you starve. That's not love. It's control. Yet your brain clings to the highlight reel, the fleeting moments of affection, because you're addicted to the fantasy, not the person. Stoicism demands brutal honesty. See people as they are, not as you wish them to be. When you strip away the illusion, her power vanishes. She's not a goddess who got away, just someone who didn't deserve your energy. 6. Reverse the roles. Make her earn you. You've spent too long auditioning for her attention, planning dates, double texting, proving your worth while she gave minimal effort. That ends now. The moment you stop chasing and make her earn you, the dynamic flips. You're not an option, a backup plan, or a side character in her story. You're the prize. The man who knows his worth doesn't chase approval. He sets the standard. If she doesn't meet it, she loses. No drama, no explanations. When you pull back, her confusion turns to curiosity. Suddenly, she's reaching out, wondering why you're no longer orbiting her world. But here's the key. Don't fake indifference. Embody it. Improve your body, focus, and purpose until begging for attention feels beneath you. The man who walks in purpose doesn't chase. He attracts. And if she doesn't rise to meet his standards, her loss. 7. Scarcity wins. Be unavailable. You were too accessible, too eager, too easy. Every call answered, every cold spell met with warmth. That energy doesn't build attraction. It kills it. Why? Because what's always available loses value. What's rare gets chased. Scarcity is power. The less of you she gets, the more she wants. When you stop being her emotional safety net, when you refuse to starve for breadcrumbs, she's forced to face the silence. That's when the shift happens. She checks her phone, notices your absence, remembers how your energy-filled space is now left empty. Most men confuse consistency with constant availability. They're not the same. Consistency is integrity. Availability is access. And when she takes it for granted, pull it back. No warnings, no speeches, just space. Let her feel your absence more than she ever felt your presence. Your time is currency. Spend it recklessly, and it becomes worthless. Guard it, and you become the high-value man who doesn't need to speak. His absence says everything. 8. Upgrade in silence. Become unreachable. The greatest revenge isn't rage. It's reinvention. Quiet, relentless. Executed in shadows while she's out chasing attention. She plays games you stack discipline. She seeks validation you build a life that doesn't include her. She expects your breakdown you return stronger, sharper, untouchable. Stoic detachment means your glow up isn't for show. It's for you. New body, new focus, new peace. And when she stalks your page, wondering who you've become, she realizes the man she thought she knew is gone. In his place stands someone she'll never have access to again. Women remember the man who broke. They regret the man who transformed without looking back. 9. No closure needed. You are the ending. She left you hanging. No explanation. No goodbye. Now you're dissecting old texts, begging for answers that won't come. Here's the truth. You don't need her closure. You are the closure. Her silence was the message. Her actions were the explanation. Waiting for her to admit she wronged you? That's just another way to give her power. Stoicism teaches the only thing you control is your response, not her apologies, not her accountability. Most women leave doors cracked, just in case. But when you stop waiting at that door, when you stop checking for her shadow, the power shifts. The strongest men don't burn bridges. They simply never cross them again. Closure isn't something she gives you. It's the moment you look in the mirror and say, "She lost me," not the other way around. 10. The final move. Indifference is power. You think she deserves to hurt, to feel what you felt. But revenge? That's still about her. And the moment it's about her, she wins. The ultimate power move isn't hatred. It's indifference. Not watching her stories to see if she regrets it. Not caring if she knows you've moved on. Living like she never mattered enough to break you. Indifference isn't bitterness. It's freedom. It means her existence no longer moves you. Not in love, not in anger, not in curiosity. She becomes background noise in a life now centered on your purpose. She wanted you obsessed, angry, stuck in her chaos, but you gave her silence. And that's the one thing she can't control. When a woman realizes she's lost emotional access to you, that's her nightmare. Attention is her oxygen. Your indifference? A blackout. She'll test you. Post provocatively. Text just to see if you'll crack. But when you remain unshaken, unbothered, you become unforgettable. Not a chapter in her story. The lesson. The Stoic path forward. This isn't about her. It's about you. The man who doesn't chase, builds, doesn't beg, elevates, doesn't need revenge, transcends. You didn't lose her. She lost the man she'll never have again. Now walk away, calm, focused, unshakable, and let your silence speak louder than her games ever could. Smash like if you're done being the option. Subscribe if you're ready to become the prize. Stay sharp. Stay silent. Stay sovereign.